Hey, welcome to your daily dose of elephant wisdom. Mark here on Saturday, February 19th, 2022. We're going to take a quick look today around recapping what we've talked the last couple days. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum here, as well as yesterday afternoon I posted a video that of the only 4 coins that I would be trading at this point in time that are kind of above our indicators, and we'll take a look at those, and at the end we will do our surprise recap of ADA and Cardano, which we talked about the other day as being on life support, so we'll check that out as well. But let's start here on the Bitcoin chart. We're threatening 40,000 here. We're just about there. This is a daily. Let's take a quick look. Let's just go on the hourly, see what's up. Okay, so you can see here, we seem to have formed some sort of a short-term bottom around that, what would we call it there, 39.8, 39.7. Sort of a support there. So we can see if that kind of holds up. We'll draw our little favorite line there. We'll make it a little skinnier. And we'll see how that holds up. But on the hourly, that is what we're looking at there. Let's go back out to the daily. And you see not much different than yesterday. We've actually fallen here. OBV, we're trending down. We're still a lot of selling here going on. RSI's dipped down into the lower 40s. And again, we see historically it's not until we reach into the 20s where we can feel a little bit more confident about a bottom. But as I said, I would be very surprised here if we don't at least test the top of this range, which is in the upper 38s, so maybe down another 1,000. Obviously, nothing has to happen, but since we've broken that, I am expecting a test down here into the upper 30s. Could be, our support here just above 37. So I would say, until proven differently, we're kind of ranging here between this lower gold line and our blue line. I'm sure we'll make that range a bit more specific here as we go. We can probably do something right about there. But that's where we're at. So not a lot of positive signs right now. Overall, macro-wise, a lot of positives going on. The Bitcoin hash rate has never been higher. That means it's never been more secure. The liquid supply, it's still extremely low. So when we do get a catalyst, when we do get that sort of spark on the fire with the liquid supply that we have, price should really, really shoot up. And of course, it's crypto. That can happen at any possible second. So as we've mentioned, there's a lot of macro news going out there with the Ukraine situation, and a little lower on the burner, but China and Taiwan is really going to be the focal point, I think, going forward. Anyway, let's get to Ethereum. We talked about this yesterday or a couple days ago. We drew a quick wedge. You can see we've broken down out of that wedge. It was a pretty short-term one, so there was not a lot invested into that wedge, but the important things to know, as we mentioned, is we are below indicators, and RSI dropping, selling. It just needs a bounce, a spark, but right now there's really not a whole lot to be bullish on. Excuse me. Okay, yesterday I posted in the afternoon, there's only 4 coins that are above our indicators, at least, 4 that we've kind of been looking at. Let's start with Near Protocol. Let's see how that's reacting. I actually have not looked at these this morning, so we'll sort of look at them together here. Yeah, so we've lost that. That white baseline is $10.12. We're 10.07. We are below it. So strap in. That means we might be, going back to that upper 8 range. But shoot, that's a bit concerning. Now, we won't give up the ship yet. We'll see what happens. You can see it wick down, came back up. But if it sort of hovers here, we'll consider that could hold. So it hasn't broken yet, but not a great sign. Shiba we talked about. And you can see that is, let me zoom in here for us. That is holding pretty good. Well, not pretty good. It's dropping, but it is above our white baseline. And that number is 27.78. You can see that kind of here. But that's what we're looking for to hold. The sandbox we took a look at. Same situation. We're holding above our baseline. So again, these are, it's just so hard. Everything's dripping down. Bitcoin's dripping down. These are the hard buys. They say when the most successful buys are the ones that feel the worst to make. So, a lot of people feel great buying here, right, on this green uptrend. But of course, not too happy right now. So when you're feeling great when you're buying, sometimes not a great sign. These are ones where you feel kind of queasy buying down here. So we're gonna see if this gets a little bit lower. I'd like to see it interact with it down here, so you can see we had a couple chances underneath. But that's what I'm gonna be looking for. But if you're DCAing just sort of a little bit here and there, this is a nice chance to get into it a little bit. We talked about Avalanche yesterday. That's right on our double indicator. Well, they're converging, as we can see. And that has more or less held. Well, again, it's right on the line. We're well above our $73 baseline here, $74. So this is probably, of the charts we're looking at, it's holding the best at the moment. But again, these buys around the white line are never a bad idea. So again, when we were talking about the sandbox, right around the white line, Shiba right around our baseline there, near underneath our baseline, but holding. So we're calling that holding right now. So those are kind of the four that are actually holding up okay now. Let's take a quick look at ADA as promised. We lost our $2 support here, so I'm looking for it to test down into that 94-cent range, a little bit lower down into the 90s. And then again, if it can't hold that, there is some weekly support. I can show you that real quick. Around the 70-cent mark, 75-cent mark here. So that is probably what we're looking for to hold, more or less, if it drops. If we can't hold 94, that is. So that's what we're looking for. Does it A, get down to 94? B, can that hold? If that doesn't hold, that would be a nice sort of short opportunity down into probably through the 80s. I would feel pretty safe with that. But we're going to see. Again, right around here, it's going to be a good time to DCA in when it's just above our line there. And then if we get broken, not broken like that with a wick, but broken with some, solid bodies here, then that would be our shorting time back down into the 70s, or again, just in the 80s, just to be safe there. So that's what we're looking at as far as ADA goes. Okay, we'll just check back in with Bitcoin really quick. We're back on the daily. Again, we have our little bit of hourly support, is that white line that we drew earlier. But we're below everything. Again, I am expecting it to test a little bit lower. Just sheer gravity at this point. But we'll see. All right. I appreciate you guys listening. I'd love to hear comments or suggestions about any coins you'd like us to go over. We'd love to do that. And if you can like, share, subscribe, we sure would appreciate it as we get rolling here. So this is Mark signing off.